in a world where cinema reigns supreme. Join us on an epic journey through the silver screen. Welcome to What's New with Stu, a movie review, with your host Dave Stewart, a video podcast where every frame tells a story. Get ready for insights, laughs, and film debates. From blockbusters to hidden gems, we've got it all covered. Lights, camera, action. It's time for What's New with Stu, a movie review. And now your host, David F. Stewart.
At least once in his life, every man is a genius. And I'll tell you something, Ruth, it's going to be more than once in your life for you. It's going to be a number of times because you've got it. From what I've heard here, yeah, you've got it. And you're stuck with it. And I don't care if you wanted to get rid of it. You couldn't. It's always going to be there. Now, how do you do it?
I think it's that I look at my whole life and I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Now, you want to know how I know it's so good?
Yes.
Because I envy you. I hate you, but I envy you because it's purity, it's marvelous, it's humor based on you. No one else could do it but you. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie to you, Roop. Now, look.
In the immortal words of the late great Benny Hill. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, all. Welcome to another episode of What's New with Stu, a movie review. I'm your host, Dave Stewart. And in this episode, we're going to talk about, well, I don't know if I want to call it a comedy, but this movie is definitely satirical. And in that sense, it's definitely one of the funniest movies you'll ever see. 1982's Martin Scorsese, and that's The King of Comedy, starring Robert De Niro.
Ah, boy, I'll tell you. Every time you come back from a tour, I don't know what it is, but there must be something in the air or the tour. It really becomes you. And yeah, I know. You look wonderful too, Jerry. I wasn't leaving you out. Right? Yeah. Oh, Jerry, I love this guy. Always coming up with these great lines. I love him. He's wonderful. You're wonderful. I tell you, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Rupert,
Anyway.
the bus is here. It's early. Try to be on time for once.
I can't believe this. I gotta go now. Yeah, I gotta catch a bus.
And this movie is about Rupert Pupkin, a wannabe stand-up comedian who doesn't want to wait for stardom, though. He's obviously had a tough life. No one believes in him.
But you're looking at the new king of comedy. Why not me? Why not? A guy can get anything he wants as long as he pays the price. What's so funny about that? I mean, crazier things have happened. You don't understand what a shot on Langford means. That's coast-to-coast national TV, a bigger audience than the greatest comedians used to play to in a whole lifetime. A shot at a free ticket on the comedy circuit, a comedy show of my own. The Rupert Pupkin Show, everything. And all that leads in one direction, Rita. Hollywood.
And one day he somehow gets in the limo of his favorite performer of all time, Jerry Langford, who happens to be the talk show host of a late night show similar to like what Johnny Carson did at Tonight Show. And right away, he tries to convince the Tonight Show host, Jerry Langford, of why he should put him on the show.
See, now I'm ready, and I've finished the course. And I'm thinking as I'm sitting here now, well, maybe this is my big break. This is my big chance. You know what I mean?
All right, look, pal. Gotta tell you, this is a crazy business, but it's not unlike any other business. There are ground rules. And you don't just walk onto a network show without experience. Now, I know it's an old hackneyed expression, but it happens to be the truth. You've got to start at the bottom.
I know. That's where I am, at the bottom.
That's a perfect place to start.
That's a great opening scene, of course. That's Jerry Lewis, the famous comedian who the French think is like a god. And listen, Lewis is definitely funny, okay? And that's what makes his casting so unbelievable. You got De Niro, who always played serious dramas, playing this weird kind of clownish figure, the way he's dressed, the way he talks, his hair. You know, De Niro's face looking like a chipmunk. They're very full in this film. And then you have Lewis, who's playing it straight. I've never seen Jerry Lewis in anything serious until I saw King of Comedy. Lewis is superb as a late-night talk show host. You know, again, reminiscent of Johnny Carson.
Jerry Langford, right?
Right.
Oh, Morris, please hold on. Jerry, would you please sign my order? Sign my magazine for me.
Yeah.
You're just wonderful. I've watched you your entire career. A joy to the world. Please, Morris, would you just please say something to my nephew Morris on the phone? He's in the hospital.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
You should only get cancer. I hope you get cancer.
He thinks the Lewis character is being serious with him. So he shows up one day asking to speak to Lewis.
You see, I've already spoken to Jerry directly about my being on the show, and he told me to get in touch with him personally. I'm here to follow up on that.
You are. What is it exactly that you do?
I stand-up comic.
Oh, where are you working now?
Well, right now I'm just working on new material.
Well, I'll tell you what. As soon as you do start working again, why don't you give us a call and we'll send someone down to check out your act, all right? Thanks so much for stopping
Jerry
by.
and I went over all this last night.
Does Jerry know your work?
Yes, I don't think he does.
Do you have a tape or something I could listen to?
A tape? Oh, naturally. Whatever you'd like.
Well,
Sure.
thank you. Why don't you drop me by
No
a
problem.
tape, all right?
I will. I
Thanks
could see
again
where
for
Jerry would
stopping
need
by.
that.
Yes.
Of course, of course.
And he will bring back the tape. Again, he expects the Jerry Lewis character to listen to it. And Lewis, I don't even think, knows what's going on. The producers take the tape and they basically say, well, you're good, but you're not that good.
Are you speaking for Jerry?
Yes, I am.
You are.
I am, and he has complete faith in our judgment.
Well, I'm sorry to have to say this, Miss Long, and I certainly don't want you to take it personally, but I have to tell you I don't. I don't have faith in your judgment.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I guess there's really nothing we can do about that, is there?
No, I'm afraid I'll have to disagree with you again, Miss Long.
Well, that's your privilege, Mr. Pumpkin. Now, would you excuse me, please? I have a great many things to do.
So Lewis obviously not happy with their conclusion is on him. He decides to go to Long Island, where Jerry Lewis's character on a Saturday or Sunday happens to live. And he just shows up, and the butler opens the door and lets him in. And the butler realizes something's not right. He calls Jerry Langford. He comes home, and it's a surreal scene because it's got laughs, but it's played seriously.
If you understand English, take your things and go.
All right, I can take a hint, Jerry. I just want to ask you to listen to my stuff for 15 minutes. That's all. Is that asking too much?
Yes, it is. I have a life, okay?
Well, I have a life, too.
That's not my responsibility.
Well, it is when you tell me to call you and then you don't...
I told you to call to get rid of you.
To get rid of me?
That's right.
Okay. All right, I can take a hint.
If I didn't tell you that, we'd still be standing on the steps at my apartment.
Yeah, all right, so I made a mistake.
So did Hitler.
It's almost like this really happened to Lewis, that someone showed up at his house one day and basically wanted to hang out with him. And Lewis is trying to say in his nicest way, get the hell out of here and get the hell out of my life.
I'm glad what you did to me today. You know that? Because now I know I can't rely on anybody. Not you, not anybody. And I shouldn't rely on anybody.
Right.
You know that? And you want to know something else? I'm going to work 50 times harder. And I'm going to be 50 times more famous than you.
Then you're going to have idiots like you playing your life.
That's right.
Right.
Yes. Come on, Rita. We're wasting our time.
Go ahead, Rita.
Goodbye, Jerry.
Well, now he's desperate. Now he realizes he's got to kidnap Jerry Langford, and he gets the help of Sandra Bernhard, who is a kind of a somewhat famous comedian back then, if you remember her. And she's actually very funny. She's more of a fanatic than Robert De Niro's character is. She's the biggest Jerry Langford fan in the world.
You're driving me nuts.
Just a
Can you
minute.
be quiet for one goddamn minute and
Just
let me rest
a
with this
minute.
gun?
Just
You're
a-
driving me crazy. You have not shut up since we walked into my house. This is my house. This is my domain.
You
Jerry is my
dominated-
guest, and
you
you're my guest.
dominated the
And you're
whole
lucky to be
conver-
here. You get to change in my house. You get to dress. You get to get your head together for the show tonight. Why don't you give me a little break? Why can't you give me a little break? Shut up!
Why don't you shut up? I did give you a break. I listened to you talk about that sweater for 20 minutes.
Very, very funny when he's dealing with the producers and the FBI because he kidnaps Lewis. He wants to go on the show.
But under no circumstances will we put this man on the air.
Do you believe this? This lunatic is threatening Jerry's life and you're not going to put him on the air?
Harry, let me handle
Gentlemen,
this
let's
a second.
not get too
Harry.
excited. I don't think you understand.
We're suing. We're going to sue. We're going to sue everybody.
Who is this man?
It's Jerry's lawyer, that's who he is.
What do you mean, who am I? I'm the one who's suing. I'm the lawyer. That's who I am.
We have a serious situation here, and I want it dealt with rationally.
Where's the defense of kidnapping? How can you say I was crazy? How can you say I didn't know what I was doing? I did it on the spur of the moment.
cares?
Only an idiot kidnaps, and only an idiot decides to do what you guys are doing.
He says, listen, we'll let him go. I have to perform. I have to wait till 11:30 so I know that you aired it because he wants to go and make sure everybody's seen it. And by the way, De Niro is somewhat funny. It's not great. Again, I don't think that's the idea. It's not meant to be great. De Niro is not really the funniest stand-up comedy. His character is not the funniest, I should say. But it's kind of the point of the movie.
Now, I'd like to begin by saying that my parents were too poor to afford me a childhood.
He's kind of average. He gets laughs on.
But the fact
He's not
is,
terrible.
that no one is allowed to be really too poor in Clifton, because once you fall below a certain level, they exile you to Passaic.
The film is very, very interesting, I think, and the reason I wanted to do a review on it was because of the time we live in now with social media. You know, the idea that this character really was, no one thought he was going to amount to a hill of beans. His own principal said that. Nobody takes him seriously. He's a big doofus, right? He lives at home with his mom.
And the comedy find of the year, making his television debut, Rupert Pupkin, the new king of comedy.
Rupert! Are you crazy?
Say
What's
hello
the matter with you?
Mom!
People are sleeping. Lower it.
Mom!
Take it easy. Lower it.
I'm not going to lower it. I have to do this now.
I don't mind you playing it, but lower it.
And yet he's got this fantasy of becoming famous. And this is what, shows like America's Got Talent or America's Idol has done by introducing this idea to the American public that you can be a nobody and overnight you can be famous. The film was so ahead of its time in that regard, especially the way social media could make someone famous. I mean, you could just be here doing a podcast like this great guy Dave Stewart is. Not that I'm famous, but who knows, right? So that's kind of the idea with the film. And De Niro has, of course, this great line in the film, which kind of sums up the movie and what it's really all about. And this line can be used for really all of us in general.
That's the only way I could break into show business. By hijacking Jerry Langford. Right now, Jerry is strapped to a chair somewhere in the middle of the city. Well, go ahead and laugh. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, tomorrow you'll know that I wasn't kidding and you'll think I was crazy. But look, I figure it this way. Better to be king for a night than schmuck for a lifetime.
That is a great line. A very, very interesting question, especially in his case, and I think a lot of people could totally relate to it. And I think this film should be watched, especially in these times. I think this movie would be a huge hit if it came out in today's social media-driven society. Well, go watch A King of Comedy. In the immortal words of the late great Benny Hill, good night, folks. Good night, viewers. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you at the movies.